In Berea, the Browns continued their preparation with the decision already made at quarterback. Joe Flacco had been named the starter. And with just one preseason game left, the focus turned to the dress rehearsal, that final test before week 1. For Flacco, it was about perfecting timing with his teammates. And for the rookies, another chance to rise to the challenge and prove that they can play at this level.
.180. What's up?
How you feeling?
Good.
Did you have some fun?
Yeah.
Game week.
I think getting a little dry run kind of is beneficial for everybody just because listen, there's a lot of emotion with this game. So to get out there and do it before you have to do it for real and kind of reacclimate yourself with all the feelings that you have, and I think it's always a good thing to kind of just get reacquainted with that field and
Tonight.
what it feels like to be out there on Sunday.
Took a while.
What?
Took a while.
Yeah, the blend of the week was such that there were things that we were going to rep and do during the week to get prepared for the Rams preseason game that we knew we weren't going to run in the game, right? We wanted to put a lot on our players' plate, a lot on the quarterback's plate, so the week felt like a normal game with the amount of volume we had, with the amount of things that challenged the players that we put into the plan so that they got the rhythm of a game week, knowing that once the game came, we're not going to run all those things and show a lot in the preseason. So, for Joe, there's always some dialogue of what he's comfortable with, what he's not comfortable with.
I saw him running across.
He was open.
Wasn't sure what was underneath. I
The mic
think I
ran.
could hang on with it.
Yeah, the mic ran with the back.
Yeah.
Had the cross hauling ass. The completion of Jerry, I think. Yeah, I'd rather be under center on this one, or I'd rather be in the gun on this one, or hey, can we just edit this route here? And with a guy with his much experience, those are so critical in building a game plan because ultimately you want the quarterback to be as comfortable as possible and have confidence in what's being called and what's being run. And when they have some autonomy, when they have some input, I think it builds their confidence level and their ability to make plays work.
I think the biggest thing about, kind of going through a little test run last week against the Rams was just, schedule stuff. How do we like to do this meeting? When do we like to do this meeting? And little tweaks we can make from there to make sure that we're a little bit better prepared.
We have a group install period.
Yes.
At some point.
Yes, we do. We do. Coming up after this period of special teams, and then that install, like you said.
The offensive structure that Tommy and Kevin really created in the offseason is one of versatility, flexibility. It's difficult to defend, but it's also one that thinks players first, then plays. So it's great to have Joe. It's great to have every quarterback in the room. But once we got Joe on the squad and we know Joe's strengths, we can tailor the offense and engineer it and architecturally design the offense so, his traits are put on display. So it's really a thing of thinking players first and then plays second.
Let's just move a little bit. Get to the top of your drop, then climb. Good. A lot of wrist when we're on the run. That way you don't decelerate, okay? Wrist. Short backswing, but then accelerate through.
I think that's our job as coaches to lean into what our guys do best. And that was part of this off-season was understanding our players, understanding these quarterbacks. What do they do best? What do they see best? There are some concepts I really like, and if the quarterback doesn't like them, we don't run them. I really want those guys to be comfortable with what we're doing. There's so many plays in football, but ultimately, what are the guys that are taking that snap? What do they like? What do they see best? And that's ultimately where we'll take this offense.
All right, here we go, guys. You ready?
Wait tonight! We knew that the offense could be malleable enough to form to whoever the quarterback was that was playing for us, but we've seen it with Joe a couple of years ago, right? We had those, I was not here, but we've seen the film. Kevin's had those live bullets with him. He's had those experiences with him. He knows his strengths and what he's comfortable with, and he can visualize, hey, this is how we can build it around his strengths. We had a vision of what we want to do and who we want to be and where we want to attack. The points may be the same, but how we get to them, how we build it, how we get quarterbacks comfortable can change. But ultimately, it's the most important thing to make sure the quarterback is comfortable so that he can go out there and operate.
Man, being named a starter, responsibility to the team. Listen, for me, it's just about being who I am and being a professional, carrying myself that way, putting in the work.
Tonight.
leading by example. I think if I can do those things, then it's a good start.
Joe's a pro's pro, probably always has been. Even when he was in high school and college and as a young player with the Ravens, he just is steady. He's obviously built to last. So just a lot of great traits that a lot of people would be wanting to emulate over time.
I think certainly when you've been around somebody and you understand what makes them tick and how they operate, I think that can lend itself to really streamlining everything you do. So with our experience with Joe in this offseason and into training camp, we really feel comfortable with how he operates, and I think his teammates do as well.
Are we good, guys?
When I look at Joe Flacco, I see him 40 years old, 18th year. It's absolutely mind-numbing how artistically beautiful he throws the football. 180! Training camp is meant to build calluses, and it is meant to toughen you up for the duration of a long NFL season. Who is your personality? It emulates from who you are organizationally and who you are with your coaching staff. Tommy Reese and Bill Musgrave running the Coach Stefanski offense, Chad O'Shea with the wide receivers, Deuce is the running back coach, new line coach. The cohesive that you could see is absolutely coming together with that.
What I learned from Joe over the course of this camp is he's the same guy, every day. It's kind of like things that I always knew what it takes to be an NFL quarterback, and then, he done all those things, live in the flesh. So it's just a testament to, growing up and understanding and seeing what it looks like, that's actually what it is.
I think giving confidence to guys is something that you always strive to do as a player and as a quarterback, as a leader. There's obviously different ways you do that, but I think when you take the field on Sunday, the goal is that we can all look to our right and our left and have confidence in the guy next to us. And that's what makes good teams. So the more guys that we can get feeling like that and holding up their end of the bargain, the better we'll be.
Experience matters. And to get to this level as a professional, preparation is as important as performance. This week, cameras were there to document Joe Flacco's process. Film study, focusing on the Rams and the challenges their defense presents, and the quarterback meeting room, dissecting details with coaches and teammates. The work of a starter, leading not just on the field, but in every moment along the way.
I think initially, it kind of progresses as the week goes on. Initially you want to come in and kind of get an idea for yourself as to what they do. And then when you get the game plan, then you can kind of start applying the plays that you're running, the protection plan that you have in. You can start applying that to the film that you're watching. You can see these backers right here on this fake, look how much they react. If you get backers that are going to react that much, ooh. That guy coming across the tight number 45, he's going to be pretty open. But I'm just saying, when you see that, then you can probably say, ooh, man, if it shows up consistently, your play action and kind of get the ball out of your hand quickly is going to work pretty decent. When I'm looking at this, I'm looking at this and just kind of the structure of what they do, The linemen look at it. How's this guy like to rush? How's this guy like to rush? What's this guy's favorite move? What's his go-to? You know what I'm saying? If you're a receiver, you probably want to see, how does this guy like to play press coverage? How does he like to play off? And as a quarterback, you have an idea of that, but at the same time, you're trusting the play, trusting the receiver to kind of get that job, those things done, Mastering our part of the game plan, so getting the motions in the right time, getting everybody up to the ball, getting the shifts to happen on time. Once you're kind of on time with all of the calls and the motions and the shifts, do I understand why we're putting this play in? There's always a reason that we're putting this play in. What's the intent of the play? It's looking at the other positions and saying, hey, are you showing up where I want you to, when I want you to? When you come in after practice and you look at the film, is everybody as a whole showing up where they're supposed to be in the timing of the play? When I'm out there on the practice field, I'm definitely recounting the notes that I took based off the conversations that us and the coach have had.
All right, guys, so how this meeting will go typically during the year, we'll start with the first 15. We'll talk through that.
Pleased with how much the guys came to work wanting to learn. It's a fun place to be when you have guys that are doing everything in their power to understand this game, understand the scheme, the defenses we're going against. And we have a great collection of personalities in there. We have a great collection of guys at different stages of their career in there.
I'll have Joe go through 3rd and 2 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 10, and talk through each pass play on there, because we will rank those third downs
and we will rank the red zone in the order in which Joe likes the favorites.
Joe does a great job of sharing with that group, and we'd be crazy not to listen and take all that in, because there's not many guys that can say they've been doing it for that long in this business. So we appreciate that about him. He has a lot to offer our football team, but also those young guys. It's a great, valuable tool for them to listen to a guy who's been there.
For this game, obviously dress rehearsal for us. Joe, you'll start out. The offensive line you'll have will be DeJuan, Zach Zinner. Joel's not going to play. Zach Zinner at left, Ethan, Wyatt, Jack Conklin. We go on nice long 13-play touchdown drive. I may be compelled to pull everybody. We get 2 8-play drives, might be compelled to play everybody. I think just be prepared to play into the second quarter. We'll see how long it goes. Big picture as we get into this game is we want to all continue to take the practice field to the game field. What we're doing on the practice field is so important, and we're getting better every single day. We want to be diligent about taking that work that we're getting there right to the game field.
Fellas, I'm excited for tomorrow, for this football team. I'm excited about what tomorrow's going to bring. I will tell you, I am very, very, very proud of where we are and what we've accomplished to date. Okay, I'm proud of the work that you have put in. I'm proud of what we've done in these games. Now, we're 2-0 in these games, but more than that, I'm proud of how we've played in these games. I'm proud of how hard this group plays in these games. That means something. That means something to me. It should mean something to you. It should mean something. Because when you're building something, you don't wait till week 1 to turn it on. You don't do that in this league. But you're building something with how you play. Okay, we're not perfect. I know that. We're not going to be perfect tomorrow. I'm not going to be perfect. We know that. You are building a standard of what it's going to look like. That's what I want to see tomorrow. That's what I get to see tomorrow from this football team. It matters how we play. It matters the effort we play with. It matters when our teammates on the ground, we pick them up. It matters when we score, when we pick them off, when we scoop up a fumble, we celebrate together. That matters. I've seen it on tape. Get some rest. I'll see you in the morning.
Saturday at Huntington Bank Field, the Browns closed out the preseason against the Rams. It was Joe Flacco's turn to start, his first game action since being named QB1. For the 18-year veteran, it was a moment to remind everyone why he earned the job. And for the rookies, another opportunity to show growth on the big stage.
Here we go. Hey, let's have some fun today, boys. It's all just football, baby. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey.
You always see those pregame speeches. You always see it online or whatever. The fact that, we're getting a real one from a vet. That was it. It was just something off the bucket list.
I don't like making pregame speeches, so anytime I have to say something, I try to keep it short and sweet. Kind of let our playing do the talking, and I think guys know that for the most part. I'm a man of few words. So.
Yeah, great. How about you? Yeah, I'll see you afterwards if you're gonna be on the field. If not, then good luck.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm awesome, man.
Good to see you, brother. You looking good?
Feeling
Good.
good.
How you doing,
Thanks,
man?
Good to see you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Heard so many. It's cool, man.
Yeah, you got all these young guys.
Yeah, I think Joe's role as the starter is one that gives everybody around him confidence, and he has the ability to elevate the play around him.
Like I said before, you never take for granted being able to be the guy under center. I'll tell people all the time, no matter how long you've done this and played this game, it always feels the same before the game.
come Joe Flacco and the Browns. He won the job at 40 years old, and the man who took the Browns to the playoffs in 2023 gets a warm ovation.
And as you're running out onto the field, all the way up until you take that first snap, you always have the same emotions running through you, and it gets you going a little bit, so it was exciting.
All right, here we go.
Good to get Joe back out there with the veteran offensive line, with some of the guys that we're counting on early in the season, so you can get that dress rehearsal out of the way, get those butterflies out of the way, break the huddle.
You know, throwing the ball under those circumstances for the first time, you know, in like 7 months. You know, I think overall I was excited to get going for real.
Way to run with the ball. That was you, right?
Yeah.
Nice job.
I saw that corner out there, too.
So I just put it on you, you know, that was money. Good job by you, though, running.
It's exciting to have Joe at the helm. He's proven that he can do this at a high level year after year after year after year.
Tonight! 180! Tonight!
He's from shotgun on second down. Flacco to throw, gunning into the end zone. Harold Fannin, touchdown!
What a ball from Flacco, and a nice touchdown there. Good job by the offense to finish that drive.
Let's go, baby! Yeah!
To get that first touchdown in the preseason, to be able to celebrate with your teammates on the field, I thought that was a special moment for Harold.
Yeah, Joe!
Hey, that's you, man. That's all you, that drive. You too. You guys running with the ball. That's huge, man. Hey, good job. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Man, I was looking at the defense and I'm like, man, I don't want to work these like under routes. They're just gonna pass them off. It's gonna be, and then he drops down and I'm like, oh, here we go.
It's a big deal, I mean, to be in the NFL. When I got up close to him in the end zone, and listen, we want to celebrate as a team, you know, so we want as many guys there as possible. You could see the big smile he had on his face. I was excited for him.
Well, yeah, I don't think it was anything perfect, but, you know, to just get little completions, get the ball in guys' hands, and then just see what they can do with it. I mean, you saw a little bit of that on the third down that I hit our back out of the backfield with, and he made a couple guys miss. And you know, that's what this game's all about, getting it in your playmakers' hands and letting them go win the game for you. I'm 40 years old. I've done this I still get it. So don't look forward to the day where you're not going to get it. You're always going to have it. You got to learn how to like somehow just like embrace it and say like this is what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there was a time where I was like, oh man, I can't wait to like where I don't feel this way anymore. You know what I mean? And like, but it's like you don't have that. It's not a thing. You're always going to want to do well, and you're always going to feel a certain way like before it all starts. And then you know, like that's just what helps you. You know, like.
I think what I appreciate most about Joe is just his ability to be so focused. He's just in total control of the moment and is serving the moment. You know, that's just is powerful and things you can learn from.
First and goal from the 3. Gabriel shotgun, pump fake, throws, end zone for the touchdown. Gage Larvidan spins that football and celebrates with Bates. Browns score.
As a rookie myself, you know, although I have experience in a new journey that we're embarking on, there's just a lot to learn from him.
You look good.
The Browns finished the preseason 3-0, defeating the Rams 19-17 on Andre Schmidt's game-winning field goal with zeros on the clock. Joe Flacco looked every bit the 18-year vet, 9 for 10 with a touchdown and 3 drives. Dylan Gabriel showed progress in extended action, operating the offense with confidence. And while Shedeur Sanders faced challenges, it was another step in the rookie learning curve. For the Browns, the preseason ended with a win and the quarterback room gaining momentum heading into week 1.
Hey, protect the team tonight. Protect each other. Protect the team. I appreciate this group. I appreciate how you guys work. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I feel good about these guys, man. There's some talented players, and I think you all know we're pretty talented up front. So, you know, if we can get everybody rolling and feeling good about it, then I think we should be pretty confident heading into week 1.
With the preseason over, the focus shifts fully now to the regular season. For Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, it's been a first NFL training camp filled with lessons from the speed of the game to the preparation it takes to succeed.
For me, it's going to just continue to attack each day and work hard to be my best and bring others with me.
Whatever the situation is, just always make sure I'm fully prepared. We'll be ready to go out there whenever it's my time.
For Joe Flacco, the mindset is clear. Lead this team into week 1 in Huntington Bank Field.
I feel ready to go. Week 1 at home, I think it's going to be an awesome crowd, and I think it's going to be an exciting game. So, I'm revved up for it.
And as always at the end of camp, tough decisions to shape the roster. Tyler Huntley's contract was terminated, and shortly thereafter, the Browns traded Kenny Pickett to the Raiders for a 2026 fifth-round draft pick. That leaves the quarterback room with Joe Flacco, Dillon Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and Deshaun Watson continuing his recovery.
I think Joe's somebody that gives our football team, our offense, a lot of confidence. Players are the biggest critics of each other. They get to see their teammates in practice. They've seen Joe operate. They've seen what he's capable of, and I think they certainly understand that he is somebody that can lead us into this season.
The competition is settled. The roster is set. And the Browns are ready to begin the 2025 regular season.